Hi guys, today we are going to go through the Microsoft PowerPoint, the guided project for Chapter 3. So I'm going to scroll down to the PowerPoint and I've grouped them together in Chapter 3 and 4. I can see there's more projects in here, but again, I've grouped them together into 3 and 4. So I'm going to go ahead and start on Project 3.1, the guided project. Couple of things. One, I can see that there are resource files. So I'm going to grab those right away. I'm going to open them, go to the folder at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to open up this folder and I'm going to see that it's a picture. I'm going to right click on this picture and choose copy. I'm going to navigate back to my documents, which is in this PC. I save all of my stuff in the SS folder, so I'm going to just copy it or paste it here, right click and choose paste. So now I've got it. Once you've got the resource file, now you can download the start file, bottom of your screen, and again, once it opens up, you hit the yellow bar, enable editing, and then do a file, save as, and put it in whatever folder that you normally save to. So I'm going to browse, and I am going to navigate to my documents, which is in this PC, and I'm going to put this in my SS folder. So I've just done step 1 and step 2. I'm going to move on to step 3. Step 3 says apply a background. So I can see when I open up the slideshow, I have 9 slides total. It tells me to go on to slide 1, which is here, and point to the slide background, which is anywhere in this gray area, and right click. A menu pops up. You want to click on Format Background, which is at the bottom. This panel pops up on the right. You want to choose for the fill, instead of just a solid fill, you want to pick a picture or texture fill. Now, a lot of options pop up here. Right now we've got a texture. We actually want this to be a picture. So go to your File button for Insert Picture and navigate to wherever you save your stuff to. So I'm going to go to my SS folder. And in my SS folder, I can see that there is a document called Building 3, which is here. And then hit Insert. I can see the building then becomes that background. Well, once I've got that, click on your picture button on the top. So right now I'm on Fill, and then I've got the effects, and then I've got picture. Move over to picture and choose the picture color. So I'm just click the triangle next to this. You want to choose recolor, which is at the bottom, and you want to recolor it to blue accent color to dark. So blue accent color to dark, mine is in the second row, the third one over. It kind of darkens up that background. Now once you're done with putting the picture in and changing the color, hit apply to all. The background on all 9 slides changes to this. Step 4, it says to restore the background picture to its original color on 2 slides. So it tells me to go to slide 1, which I'm on, and in the Format Background pane, which is over here on the right, I want to choose under Picture Color, Reset. You can see this brightens this up, but it does not brighten up slide 2. Slide 2 is still dark. Well, we want to move to slide 2 and we want to reset the color here to brighten it up. So only on slides 1 and 2 do we want that. All other slides stay dark. Step 5, it says display slide 6. And in the Format Background pane, click on Fill, which is your paint bucket, and select the solid option. And click your color drop down, which is the paint bucket, and choose black background color 1, which is your first black color. And now, once you've got this changed, and it's only slide 6, no other slide, you can close this pane again. So just close it down. Step 6 says click the transitions tab. Now I'm on slide 6, so I'm going to click the transitions tab, and I want to do a shape transition. Now I can pull the more down, but I can see my shape is right up here in the subtle effects. Now once I choose shape, I want to change when I did my shape, and I'm going to hit the preview button again. You can see it goes in a circle pattern, and it starts in the middle and moves out. If you go to your effect options, I'm going to change the circle to a diamond. Now if you guys hit the preview button, it's a diamond going from in to out. Once you've got this, hit apply to all, and you should now see a star next to each slide. That means a transition has been applied. Step 7. It says to select the text, step 7. Step A is going to kind of walk through how to do this stuff. Step B is going to kind of tell you what the slide is and what you want to select on each slide. So I'm going to look at step 7B first. It tells me to be on slide 1. And it tells me to select the text box for the agenda on the right, which is this text box. And I'm going to click on the border just to make it a solid line. Well, once I've got this, I'm going to go back to step A. It says I'm going to select the text or object to be animated. That's what I've selected. The second bullet says click the More button in the Animations group. So I'm going to go to my Animations tab, and here are all of my animations. This is how it's going to move on the slide. I want to then click the Add Animation button. I want to click the animation that I want to choose. Now if I look down on step B, I see that I want the entrance effect wipe. So under entrance, I'm going to click wipe. Now I can go to my preview, and I can see how this is actually going to move on my slide. So preview, I see it. Now I'm going to move, and step B says, when do I want it to happen? Well, over here in the timing section, it tells me I want to start this on click, and the duration is going to be 0.50 seconds. So I've got the first animation done. So I'm going to move to step 7C. It says to go to slide 3 and I select the picture. Now in my animations tab, I want to pick the entrance effect called shape. So in the entrance section, pick shape. Oh, and I'm going to have to go back. I want to change the effect options. I want this to be an out direction, and I want the shape to be a diamond. Now in the timing section, I want this to happen after previous, and I want this to take 2.00 seconds. Now I'm going to go back to 7B, which is on slide 1, and I'm going to select the text box again, and then the outline. I forgot to put the effect options in, which it tells me that my effect options are from bottom, which I've already got that selected, by paragraph. So I can see it's line by line that it changes now. I'm going to go on to 7D. 7D says select slide 7, which is here. And then it tells me to select the text box about space design, which is this red text box on the right side. Tells me that I want to choose the animation, the entrance effect called zoom, which is here. For the effect options, I want to change it to object center, which it is, and as one object, which it is as well. I want to change the timing to on a click, so when I click the mouse, that's when it's going to happen, and the duration is going to be 0.50 seconds. Going on to E, I'm staying on slide 7. It tells me to select the text box about wireless access. That's this red box on the bottom. And it tells me that I want to choose the entrance effect, zoom, and then it tells me for the effect options, I want it to be object center and as one object, which it is. I want for the timing to be on click, which it is, and I want the duration to be 0.50 seconds. And then the last one is on slide 8. So I'm going to move down to slide 8. It tells me to select the text box with donors' names, which is this red text box here. And then I want to go to the entrance effect called wipe. And I want it to be from bottom. So in the effect options, from bottom. And then all at once. Now for the timing, I want it to be after previous, which means I don't have to click the mouse. And I want the duration to be 1 second. So I'm going to move it to 1. Now I'm just going to kind of go through the slideshow. So I'm going to move up to slide 1. And then I'm going to hit my slideshow button here just to see what I've done. First of all, there is a transition. I saw that. When I click, I can see that the box pops up. I have to click again for each of the lines. So an animation happens on the slide, a transition happens in between slides. Press your escape key on the keyboard to get out of slideshow mode. Step 8, it says display slide 1. And then click the slideshow button, which we've already done. So I'm going to go to my slideshow button. And then I'm going to click next in the control bar to advance. Now control bar is kind of hard to see. There are all of these buttons at the bottom. So if I go to the button pointing over to the right, this is the next button, and it's just like clicking with your mouse. So you can kind of click through. Step C, it says select presenter view. Now presenter view is this button right here. It's got a monitor and the slides. Now it says to click a thumbnail to jump to a specific slide. So I'm going to jump to slide 4. And it's just a way, instead of having to use the next and previous button, once I'm on slide 4, it tells me to right click anywhere. So I'm going to move off of my buttons down here and I'm going to right click. And it tells me I want to choose zoom in. Now I can then zoom in on whichever side I want. So if I want to go to this bottom box, I click on it and it zooms in. Step E says press N to advance through the animation. N, 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 and then use P to go backwards. So P is previous, N is next. Step F says type 5 and press enter. So if I press 5 and enter, mine didn't work. It should take you to slide 5. Press B to go to a blank slide or to view a slide again. So that's B, and escape